Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name's Angel, and today this is going to be a in-depth soft glam makeup tutorial. So yeah, I literally just wanted to show my face natural first because, you know, love your skin, love your face, all of them stuff there, like love your own skin first, of course, always. Makeup is to enhance your features, enhance the features you already have within your skin. So yeah, I just want to say that. So I started with using sunscreen on my face first, and then we go from there. So make sure that your skin is prepped before doing your makeup, because I promise you, you'll see a better result. So, you know, I washed my face, I put some lotion and then sunscreen. You see my face is pretty much glowing a tad bit. So yeah, we are going to get started. So we are going to start off with some primer. I am using the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, and this is what it looks like. This is my favorite primer to use because it just feels so good on the skin. So you just want to tap everywhere on your skin and on your forehead. So don't swipe it, just tap. Literally, just tap. Now I'm going to start off with brows, so I'm literally just going to zoom in. So yeah, pretty much very zoomed in. So yeah, we are going to start by using Revolution brow glue. It's not actual glue, but it's brow gel. And so we're just going to brush up the brows and then towards the arch. After that, we're just gonna let the brows dry. So yeah, now we're going to be using Revolution brow pencil, the precise one. I'll show you guys how precise it looks. It's a very small pen. So yeah, look how small and precise it is. But I like this because I like my brows to be defined. So yeah, so what I do is, okay, so I'm gonna be looking this way because I've got a mirror, but basically I find a level to brush up. I just keep brushing them up, and I do it continuously. So I'm literally using small strokes. So my brows look like this. So as you can see, I did small upward motions up here, but then towards the tail I just fill it in, and that's how I basically do my brows. Obviously it's not perfect. I feel like I need to fill it in just a tad bit more. But I always fill the tail, but I don't fill in the inner part as much. So yeah, this is how my brows look, but it's gonna look a lot better when I carve it and define it. So yeah, we're going to now conceal my brows using the e.l.f. concealer in the shade Rich Chocolate. This is basically my shade. It's close to my shade. So yeah, this is basically close to my shade, and we are literally just going to carve out my brows. I don't really do the whole halo brows no more. I've pretty much grown out of it. and yeah, that's literally it. I just like my brows very simple. It's there, it's still looking good and fleek, but that's it. So for my eyebrows, I'm going to use a small dense brush. So yeah, very small dense brush, and I'm also going to be using a blending brush as well. All I do is I put the product, so I put the product on the back of my hand. Well, let's put a bit more than that. Dip the brush in my hand. I am now going to carve out my eyebrows. Now we're just gonna blend this out. I finished my brows and now we're going to move on to foundation. I put on primer first so that it can sink into the skin. So now that has been done, I'm going to put on foundation. So these are the two, oh guys, again, don't judge me. I know it's very broke up, it's done. But yeah, it's literally my favorite. I use the NARS matte foundation when I want a matte look. This is basically my shade now. It's in the shade Marquises. I only use this shade in the winter. So yeah, I basically use this shade during autumn and winter time, and I use this shade during summer. But I love this foundation because it just gives me a nice dewy finish, and it's not everyday matte. It's not everyday matte, you know, like I'm learning with makeup that's not everyday matte. I'm gonna use this foundation. Usually I use it during the summer, but since I want more of a glow to my face, I'm gonna use this one instead. So yeah, we're literally just gonna pat everywhere with my foundation brush, the Real Techniques brush. This is known as one of the best brushes ever. Honestly, I love it, but I need to, like I said guys, I need to update my makeup. I need to update everything because it's just long overdue, but you know, it gets the job done. So yeah, why not? I put a bit on my forehead, guys. I don't put too much because I don't like putting a lot of product on my forehead because I sweat there. So now I'm going to be using a beauty blender, and I'm literally just going to blend my foundation in. This is just to double check, but obviously if it's already blended, then you can skip this part. So yeah guys, I'm going to be using the ELF concealer in the shade Deep Caramel. So it's this shade. Usually I use the shade Deep Olive, which is this shade here. I prefer Deep Olive, but since I'm running out, I'm literally going to use both. I'm going to use less of Deep Caramel and more of Deep Olive. So I put it over my lip because I have hyperpigmentation there. And then I put a bit on my chin. Guys, when I tell you a little goes a long way, you don't have to put so much product. I feel like it's better to start with minimal product, so then it's easier to blend into the skin. So I'm literally just going to blend this in right now. And I like to take it down. So yeah, I take a bit of the product down, but I don't put too much on there. I like to, you know, focus on the top part of my face first. Then you bring it down. But I only use a bit of product down, but I keep most of the product up. Then we just put a bit on the nose. Then we blend the middle. So bring it up to the nose and blend the middle. Now I'm just going to blend the rest of my face. Of my beauty blender, and I just like to blend the outer parts of my face so there's no harsh lines. As you can see, there's a harsh line there, so I'm just gonna... So yeah, you can leave it like this if you want, but I love full coverage. So I'm now going to use deep caramel, and I'm just going to put a bit. Let me blend. I'm just going to put a bit on the nose. It's like you blend a lot over first, and then you put the rest of the product at the bottom. This is what I do. Obviously, if you like, this is just how I do it, because I like full coverage. I like to cover everywhere regardless. So yeah, this is how my face looks with concealer on. So we're going to set it. Guys, as soon as you've blended, you set your concealer straight away. Otherwise, you're gonna get loads of creases under the eyes, and you don't want that. So I'm using both of these powders to set my concealer, and I'm using the Revolution Banana Powder, and the other powder is the I Heart Revolution Banana Chocolate Powder. And I like using both of them together because I feel like the Revolution Powder is drying, and then the I Heart Revolution powder is less drying. So I like to mix both of them together, and I just feel like it's such a nice combination. I like to use a small amount of powder and work my way up, so then I would know how much powder to put on my face. It's better to be very light-handed with powder, so then you know how much you can use on your face, so then your skin cannot get too cakey. So now I'm just setting over my lip and near my smile lines. I pretty much set near the middle parts of my face because that's where I pretty much get oily the most. Now onto bronzer. I'm using the Revolution Splendour Glow bronzer in the shade Dark. And this is honestly my favorite bronzer. I've never really changed it ever since I found out about it. So I'm using a big angled brush. So I literally just dip one time and then I blend it into my skin. So yeah, now onto my nose. I'm using a straight brush and I'm literally just going to define my nose a tad bit. Some of you guys can skip this part, but I really like to define my nose a lot. This is literally just my preference. And I literally just use a bit of bronzer. I dip a tad bit in the brush and I just define my nose a lot more. I'm now using my foundation brush just to blend out the harsh lines of my nose so it's not so harsh and it can make my nose a bit more subtle. So the blush that I'm using is the XX Revolution Retro blush and it's like a light orange. I really like this blush. I want to get more blush, like in like a darker orange and probably a pink. It just looks so nice and pretty. I feel like blush just what was my life without blush? Honestly, I actually don't know, but I love me some blush. Now, ever since putting blush in my makeup, I just can't not put blush anymore. So yeah guys, I'm literally just putting blush upwards. So I don't know how to explain it. It's just upwards, like it just makes my face more structured when I put my blush this way. I also like to put blush on my nose just because I feel like it makes my nose look a lot more subtle. So yeah, I just like the way it looks. I would say don't put too much blush, you don't want it to be over exaggerated, but yeah, this is how I like it. Now onto eyeshadow. I'm putting some concealer on my eyes just so that when I put on eyeshadow, it's literally just set. I feel like doing the concealer and then putting on powder just helps my eyeshadow to stay in place. So that's what I do. I basically put concealer first and then I set my concealer with powder. So this is a simple eyeshadow look. I literally just put a darker brown over my eyelids. And I also put the dark brown under my eyelids as well. Then I use a brown that is near my shade and I put that on my eyelids. So I'm using the e.l.f. eyeliner and I literally just put that on my beauty marks because I already have some already and I like to show it a lot more. And then I'm using the e.l.f. highlight and I just put highlight on my face. Guys, I put on my lashes. They are so cute. I love them. They're so full. They're from AliExpress. And the lip liner I'm using is the Maybelline crayon in the shade 410. And the NYX, well, I use the NYX one as well. It's in the shade dark brown, but I'm using the Maybelline lip crayon in the shade 410. It's a it's an eyeliner, but I use it on my lips because it's really nice. It's very creamy and it's literally one of my favorite things to use. Now I'm using the NYX Butter Gloss and Maybelline Gloss, and I'm using the shade, so I'm using NYX in the shade Bit of Honey, and Maybelline, I think it's called Per Glossy Cat. I have so many of these glosses, so I think that is the shade, guys, but I definitely know that the NYX one is called Bit of Honey. Now I'm just lining my lips again so my lips can look more defined. And now onto clear gloss. I'm using the collection Plump Up gloss, and yes, in the shade Clear. I love this gloss. I feel like it plumps up my lips a tad bit. It has that tingly sensation and I actually love it. So yeah, see, look at my lips. They look very nice. Okay, so for setting spray, I used the Revolution Glow Fix Illuminating Setting Spray, and I also used the Revolution Super Fix Super Hold Misting Spray. And yeah, I used both of them together. So yeah guys, this is the finished look. This is my soft glam makeup tutorial. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure you like this video, comment down below and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.